This is Eagle Al, and today I will be talking about Justin Simmons. Look like he will not be coming to Philly. Also, we got to talk about Jeffrey Lurie. He did speak to the media, and we got to talk about Nick Sirianni. He spoke to the media as well. But let's get straight into it. All right, so before we get straight into the topics, let's talk about our guy Saquon Barkley. He's trying to do the Lord's work. What do you mean by that, Eagle Al? So Saquon Barkley, a full episode of New Heights will come out today, and it was a short that came out. New Heights dropped, and Saquon was like, "Yo, bro, we could play together," type jump. But let me go ahead and play this clip.
I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm happy. I got a fresh start. I can't wait to meet everybody and just go out there and play ball.
Dude, it's going to be so fun to watch. It's going to be so fun to be a part of. It's going to be great.
You don't got to watch it.
All right, you heard Jason Kelce. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch you, this and that. Saquon, like you don't gotta watch, man. So Saquon out here trying to do the Lord's work. In all seriousness, though, Jason Kelce, enjoy your retirement. But I'm just saying, whoever we have at center, they happen to get hurt. You know, how we a call. It won't hurt to pick up and take a little contract, to finish off the season, man. But again, shout out to Saquon, shout out to Jason Kelce, man. Shout out to those dudes. And again, thank you, Saquon. Trying to get him back in, you know, that midnight green. Hopefully that Kelly green, that white and green, whatever we wear, all black. Thank you for trying to get him back on the field. But again, if not, definitely enjoy retirement. Also, the NFL has also pushed back the trade deadline to week 9. It was week 8 before, giving it to week 9 now. I like it. I like the pushback. I would have liked week 10, week 11, but no reason to harp on that. Also, NFL came up with another rule, this kickoff rule. I don't like it. I'm 50-50 on that. I'm playing the 50 on this one. It's one of those things like, yes, we get to see more returns. Then it's like, this don't look like NFL football. The guy's just standing there, the kicker kick it off. Then when the guy catch it, then you got to run and go get the guy. I mean, this is the time. If you want a really good special teams guy, this is the time to get him. Because special teams, and you give like a really good special teamer that type of time to run and return, I'm telling you, some dynamic plays are going to happen. But that's why you got Isaiah Rodgers. I'm just saying, man, put Isaiah Rodgers back there. He can run a couple of those back. All right, so let's get into the topics. Let's talk about it. Justin Simmons. Justin Simmons looked like he will not be coming to Philadelphia. And how did I get this information? So it's a guy named Sean. He posts a lot of Eagle stuff on Twitter. And he has Benjamin Albright, who is a phenomenal reporter. And what's going on with Philly? Like, what's going on with the news in Philly? And, they brought up Justin Simmons, and it looked like Justin Simmons will not be coming to Philadelphia. And the thing is, it looked like Vic Fangio and him are not looking to reunite, according to reports out there. I don't like it, because now I'm raising questions. What questions are you raising, Eagle Owl? What questions? Why nobody want to play with Vic Fangio? The Dolphins players calling him out. Justin Simmons, we're hearing, don't want to play for us because of Vic Fangio. What is so bad about Vic Fangio? Again, I like my defensive coordinator, stern, tough. I like those type of dudes. They said Denard Wilson had that type of attitude, like he was stern and tough, but the players also loved him. But Fangio seemed like a stern, tough dude, but the players don't want to play with him, which is, strange to me, which is weird to me. Hopefully none of that happened in Philadelphia. Because again, I know down in Miami, they wanted that Miami lifestyle, and Vic Fangio's an old man. He don't want his players in that type of lifestyle. Like, yo, get your ass to work. But I hate to hear that Justin Simmons possibly don't want to come to the Eagles because of that. But then again, it's a lot of good safety still on the market. You got Quadron Diggs, got the guy from Chicago, Eddie Jackson. Like you got guys you can get as a veteran that can fill the spot. But I will be lying to you if I didn't say right now Justin Simmons is the best option. But hey, it's not looking good, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's not looking good. All right, so let's talk about Jeffrey Lurie. Jeffrey Lurie had a lot to say about the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm gonna give you guys the cliff notes because it was a 50-minute, close to 50-minute video of him just going over the season, and it's a couple things he spoke about. And one of the things I wanted to point out is the Jalen Hurts thing. Remember the report came out like, yeah, Jalen Hurts leadership question, this and that. They need him to change it up a bit, which I'm like, okay, if that's the case, I guess cool. But I still want him to be himself. But this is what Jeffrey Lurie had to say about that.
With Jaylen, as I talked about earlier, he's 25 years old. Incredible last few years. Disappointing ending of the last year as a team. The thing with Jaylen, and I mentioned about Nick, but the thing with Jaylen is I want him to be authentic, and that's what he is. It's the worst thing to be 24, 25 and to try to be something. Be authentic as he is. He's an excellent, excellent example. So, there's times for the stoicism. When we were 10-1, people said, oh, it's because of Jalen's stoicism and calm under the storm that we were 10-1 on all those close games, and then lose a few and maybe he's not as demonstrative or whatever. I love the way Jaylen is. I think he has his own style. I think he'll, like every quarterback goes through ebbs and flows in their career, and so there were so many ups, and then we had a really difficult final 5-6 games of the year. He will adjust to that and lead the way because he's really respected for being who he is, and that's you have a 25-year-old player. I think you want to reinforce who they are, not try to mold them into somebody they're not. He's an exceptional leader.
You're like, yo, Jalen Hurts is gonna be himself. So I like it. I like that the owner said it, and yeah, again, I agree with Jeffrey Lurie what he said about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, just let him be himself, man. Let him be himself. And speaking of Jalen Hurts, let's talk about Kellen Moore. He spoke about that as well. And he spoke about how Nick Sirianni really wanted Kellen Moore and how they wanted the offense to be dynamic and also unpredictable. Remember the word that kept coming out about the Eagles? Even us watching, we know this is coming. We know this is a QB sneak. We know this is a QB draw. We know they're not going to utilize the middle. We know this is a 4 vertical play. We seen that with our own eyes. So imagine what a guy that get paid millions of dollars see. So look, he wanted it more unpredictable, and I like the direction we're going in. But at the same time, I can come at Jeffrey Lurie like, look, your whole plan was out there that you want the Eagles to go deep. You want explosive plays. It's like, okay, you want to be unpredictable, but you telling reporters that you want the explosive plays. So I don't get it. You don't, if you want to be unpredictable, you don't want to give out your hand. So I don't know about that, but hopefully, we are unpredictable. We got a veteran guy that's going to help Nick Sirianni call plays, and I personally like it. And Hassan Reddick, he spoke about Hassan Reddick too. He said Hassan Reddick is, a great player. He likes him, and it's all gonna work itself out. Now, what are the Eagles exactly trying to get for Hassan Reddick? I'm hearing like Eagles want a 2nd-round pick, and they're not budging off that. And I don't think Hassan Reddick is going to get a 2nd-round pick. So it sounds like Hassan Reddick is going to stay in Philadelphia. That's one of those things where if we able to get a team to give us that 2nd-round pick, yeah, Hassan Reddick might go, but I highly doubt it. And I think we stalling this thing out and stalling it out, just to make all parties, I guess, happy. I guess Hassan Reddick could get his money. Eagles could get a good draft pick, or it could work itself out the other way and come to a medium of the money. Hassan Reddick play another year or two in Philadelphia, and that is that. So hopefully, again, it definitely works itself out. Hopefully, it works itself out. But speaking of Nick Sirianni, let's talk about him. Nick Sirianni spoke about the relationship between the team and Jalen Hurts. But let me go ahead and play this clip.
The relationships, as far as that, it's, you know, when you're going through tough times, all relationships are tested, right? When you're going through stretches where, you know, so that's not just my relationship with Jalen's relationship with everybody, and that's everybody's relationship when you're going through rocky times as far as your results. But we stuck, you know, you got to just stick to the process of what you do and understand that your process will take you through, and eventually if you got the right pieces in place, that will help you break through. So we're in constant communication. I try to be in constant communication with all the guys on our team, because it's not just my relationship with the quarterback that's important. It's my relationship with the entire group, and it's their relationship with each other. Because, you know, we're gonna be watching. I know we're all watching March Madness now, and the teams that are in the Sweet 16. Or I just saw something with Coach Smart at Marquette, and they're like just talking about the love that he has for his team. Like, teams that do well in sports are the teams that are the closest, the teams that are, you know, the best teams. And so, like, that's what you're trying to build, and you're trying to build that with the entire team, and you're hoping the team's building that together as well. So that's what we're focused on. Obviously, my relationship with the quarterback with Jaylen is highly important, but his relationship with his offensive line is important, and the offensive line's relationship with the defensive line is important, and Kellen's relationship with Kevin Patullo is important. It's all important, and it all matters. And you know, we're just excited to get back and get back to that close-knit team that we know that we've been in the past, and you know, through good times and bad.
So you hear him like, you're like, yeah, the relationship, you know, it goes through tough times. And I like what Nick Sirianni said. He like, not just with Jalen Hurts, the other players and stuff as well. And again, you could tell the relationship was a little rocky at times. A lot of arguing on the sideline. Even Jeffrey Lurie brung up like, yeah, I love Nick Sirianni, but sometimes he just gotta find a medium on the sideline. He could go a little above board. Yeah, I'm happy Nick Sirianni, you know, working on a relationship with the players. Again, he spoke about Kellen Moore and how their game plans are going to be mixed up. Trust me, it was a lot that these dudes said. I'm trying to really remember off the top of my head a little bit. But again, there was a lot that these dudes said. I know Nick Sirianni also brought up A.J. Brown and Saquon. He said that Saquon signing feel like when we got A.J. Brown.
And how, especially the way you guys used it last week.
Yeah, amazing thing. Good players fit well into schemes, and he's obviously a really good player. We're really excited to have him. The style of play that he brings, the leadership that he brings. And so, however, you know, guys like that, however you use them, they're gonna do a good job. And so we're obviously working on the ways that we're gonna use them now. Our offensive staff's working hard at that, and just really excited to have him add a player of his caliber to our team. You know, a couple years ago when we added AJ, just did a lot of work of, hey, what does AJ do well? You know, obviously you do that going in, then you even look at it even more after you get them. What does AJ do well? How can we use them? And it's been a similar process here with Saquon.
How he was just a game changer and took the team to another level. I can see that in Saquon too. That's all I got for y'all today. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about the news today? Saquon is trying to get Jason Kelce out of retirement. The rule changes, how we feel about that. Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni relationship. Jeffrey Lurie. Justin Simmons. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm out.